You're listening to Lemon's Listening Library. Discover the story behind the stories with unique and raw conversations from the people who make your favorite books a reality. Hey everyone, and welcome to Lemon's Listening Library. I am your host, Randy Lemons. Most of you know me as a fantasy author. Some of you might know me as a romance author under the pen name R.L. Rose. I am so excited to have you guys here today to talk about this podcast, what it means, why I'm doing it, and how you can be a part of it. So, why am I doing this podcast? Well, I have always believed that there is more to stories than what is written on the page. These artists, these people, authors, they have a reason why they wrote these stories, what drove them, what motivated them. And I want to share that with you guys. I want you guys to hear the story behind the story. And that's going to happen in some beautiful, very authentic conversation that we're going to have. It's going to be me with another co-host and the guest. So it's going to be a conversation podcast. It's not going to be scripted. It's going to be something that is very off the cuff and authentic to us and to the readers and the guests. I want to showcase these people who create these beautiful worlds and these characters that we all know and love and connect with. Why did they create them? What drove them? What inspired them to do this? For me, writing began when I needed an outlet. I needed something in my life because I was in a very toxic and unhealthy relationship. It eventually shifted into me using it as a tool to grieve the loss of my parents, my mother and my father. And because of those two deeply rooted emotional connections that I had with writing, it became this very, very deep passion for me. On this podcast, we are going to deep dive the personal journeys of our guests. We'll be talking to authors, narrators, personal assistants, readers, book cover creators, character artists, cover models, and folks from publishing houses. I really want to deep dive and uncover their why as to what drove them to pick up a book, to start writing their stories. On this podcast, we are going to dive into the personal journeys and really bring up some of the nitty-gritty stuff. We'll be talking to authors and narrators, editors, personal assistants, cover artists, cover models. Yes, and cover artists too, like book cover creators. Wow. So another thing in this podcast, just to let you guys know, it's going to be authentic and real, and we're going to stumble over our words, and you guys are going to laugh and enjoy it. It's going to be a whole thing. Book cover designers, artists who create the characters for the artist or the authors, readers, beta readers, just regular readers. That one's going to be super fun to talk to, just, readers and why do they read? What's their passion behind reading? What if it's a story that, someone decided to write this beautiful masterpiece because they were depressed for 2 years and that is what pulled them out of the depression? It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So if you are interested in being a guest, hit the link in the show notes. It'll take you to our Discord, or it'll take you to our Google form application where you can put in the information to be a guest on the show. Our Discord is a great place to stay up to date with anything that's coming up with the podcast. It's also a place that our authors and readers and, editors, narrators, they are all connecting together, and it's a good place to talk about struggles and things that's going on in real time as you are, working on your project, working on editing. Just have a community of people who understand what you're doing and, the process behind it. Having that community is huge. Having that support is huge. People who understand what you're doing and the effort and everything that goes into it. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me. I know it was crazy. It's a little hectic. I am a little all over the place, and that's what you're going to get in these episodes. It's going to be, like I said, authentic, raw, and we're going to jump around from topic to topic, but it's going to be very entertaining. I can promise you that. We've already got a couple great guests lined up for the first 5 episodes. I think we've already kind of got them scheduled out. So yeah, stick around and I hope you guys enjoy. And thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the things to help us get out there to the book community, because that is honestly our place where we want to be, is just connected with the people who are out there doing the work and build something that is not out there yet. Or maybe it is, and I just haven't found it. And I would love to connect with them too. See you guys next time on Lemon's Listening Library.